one. They pinned this man one time. And pinned him again for a 5 count.
He told the referee keep counting to 5.
Starts in
Till 5.
The fact of the matter is this: on the five-time WCW champion. Now, can you dig that?
Oh, what is up, Straight Talk Society? This is your host, Trevor, and I'm back with another episode of 5 Count, my top 5 takeaways from tonight's episode of SmackDown. Hey, I've never done this show live, so this is the first time that I'm doing the 5 Count show live just because I'm real tired. I'm ready to go to bed, and I don't want to have to deal with all that stuff in the post. So let your friends know that 5 Count is going on right now. If you're new to 5 Count, this is a show where I give my top 5 observations / takeaways from Monday Night Raw / Friday Night Smackdown. And I also do top 5s on various wrestling topics. But nevertheless, hope you enjoy the show. Hope you come back. Hope you stick for more. And I'm going to talk about tonight's episode of Friday Night Smackdown from Lyon, France, which I thought was a fantastic show. But let's get into the countdown. See, normally I do this. I get to edit all this stuff, so, I just went backwards. But nevertheless, we're live, pal. In the words of the great Jim Ross, my number 5 takeaway from tonight's episode of Friday Night Smackdown is, oh my goodness, we had a much-needed win for the Authors of Pain tonight. Hey, ever since the Final Testament came back, I was all happy because Karrion Kross was getting a new fresh coat of paint. You seeing Scarlett on TV is always a good thing. Hey, we get to see Precious Paul Ellering, but what I really was happy about was the return of the Authors of Pain. And since they've been back after their initial beatdown of what is now being called the Pride, Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, they've been perennial losers. Pretty much. They lost at WrestleMania. They haven't looked that great. These are two badasses, and I hope that WWE doesn't fumble the bag with them. I don't think Triple H would, because he protected them so much in NXT. So hopefully they get that, they get their footing and they could just really be something big. But tonight they got a much needed win over the New Cash Republic, and what I thought was a really great tag team match. And what was so fantastic about this tag match is that New Cash Republic took a lot. It took a lot for Authors of Pain to kind of get in the groove, but when they did, they finally got things going, and they did end up coming up with the win, even though it was a little bit of interference. Kind of protects New Cash Republic. But the fact that Authors of Pain lost to Nathan Frazier and Axiom on NXT on Tuesday night, you got to start building this team up so we could take them serious. These are two legit badasses, and they should be booked as such. As we're sticking in the vein of the tag team, let's move on to the tag team champs. Oh my goodness, you had Aussie Down, what is it, Aussie Down Under, A-Town Down Under, whatever. Yeah, A-Town Down Under defended their they have the WWE, they have the WWE tag titles. They defended them against the Street Profits, and what I thought was a great match, man. I mean, we'll get to it later, but this crowd, my goodness, this match was like energetic. There was not many rest holds. I mean, they were just go from the beginning to the end. But A-Town Down Under did come up with the win. So, I mean, hey, they just won the titles at Mania. You don't want to be taking it away from them right now. Street Profits will eventually get those titles again. My number 4 takeaway from tonight's episode of Friday Night Smackdown. Oh, multiple women's storylines. Oh my goodness. Let's get to it. The show opened with an 8-woman tag team match. You had Bianca, Jade, Naomi, and Bayley. I call just melanin popping all over the entire ring, taking on Damage Control, the Kabuki Warriors, Dakota Kai, and their tag partner, Tiffany Stratton. The only thing I say about this match, the crowd was, I mean, my goodness, there's going to be a reoccurring thing tonight with this show. The crowd. There was a point in this match where Naomi came in, and I have never seen Naomi get that type of reaction before. This crowd was on fire tonight. What I do love about it, as I say, multiple storylines. Bayley had the chance to tag Bianca, but she was hesitant. See, you don't have dumb babyface syndrome now, because WWE is notorious for making their baby faces look stupid. Now that Bayley's a babyface and Bianca's a babyface, Bianca doesn't forget the hatred that they've had to one another for 2 years. So even though you put them on a team, they still don't trust one another. That's how human beings think. And I love the fact that they paid attention to detail. So Bayley didn't want to tag her. And Bayley waited for Jade to get on the apron. Bayley makes the tag to Jade. Jade comes in and cleans house. And I will say this: as much as I love Jade Cargill, superstar look, just fantastic presentation. They even let her come out last, which was very interesting. Superstar presentation. She has to learn to land that kick better, that pump kick better. This is the second time I saw her do it. And it didn't look good. It looked like shit. But she has to get more reps in the ring. She is literally still green. She will get there. They got her down training at NXT, so she will get there. But I mean, I call the Melanin Power, man, because it is just awesome to see 3 gorgeous black women like not eating pins like they do over on AEW. Bianca, Jade, Naomi, and Bayley did take the win tonight, with Bianca pinning Dakota Kai. Now, I would have wished that Nia Jax would have been in this match, or even ran some interference, because not for nothing, they've been running interference all week. Every time Bayley has a match, they've been running interference in it. So why not have Nia Jax interfere in a meaningless 8-person tag team match? But nevertheless, the good guys won. No harm, no foul. And they just look good doing it. So then they go to this backstage segment. Bayley, Naomi, Bianca, and Jade are in there talking. You can see the hints of the old NXT Bianca coming back. You can see she's doing it. It's coming. I'm telling you, when Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill feuds, Bianca will be the heel. The fact that they're having Bianca come out first and then Jade gets the grand entrance, it is going to cause jealousy. And Bianca is going to turn on her eventually somewhere down the line. I absolutely guarantee they'll win the tag titles tomorrow, because it's too late to start the split. It's too early to start the split now. But Bianca said that after they win the tag titles tomorrow, she hopes that they're done with Damage Control. Then she goes over to Bayley and she just gives her that look like, I hope we're done. Still not trusting her 100%. We were on teams tonight, but I don't trust you because I remember everything you did to me. Storyline continuity. I love that. Just make it make sense. So my number 3 takeaway from tonight's episode of SmackDown was, oh my goodness, they had a show closing brawl. So after the segment that we thought was the main event segment with Cody and AJ, they leave the ring and then they rush the camera to the back. That's where you see Team RKO taking on the Bloodline, just duking it out. Now, earlier on the RKO show, Solo and Tama Tonga attacked Team RKO, and they had a pull apart brawl where some security got beat up and everything like that. So glad to see that they didn't continue it then. They let it fester. They let everybody forget about it, and then they closed the show with it. So I do appreciate that. I do like that. let's get to my number 2 takeaway. So my number 2 takeaway from tonight's episode of Friday Night Smackdown, AJ versus Cody at Backlash. So again, this match has been built on respect, never before seen. Hey, we got some history with the Bullet Club. I love today AJ Styles at the press conference said, I beat your dad before. That's a great thing to turn it. I mean, AJ Styles is great. But now AJ Styles is throwing in a little nugget in the middle of it now. AJ Styles said that he's basically playing the age card. Like, you guys don't think that I have it anymore because I'm older. And AJ said that that Cody had a chance to leave WWE because everybody was for him. You know, he had all these legends come and help him win at WrestleMania. I mean, AJ just was going on and on. He said that Cody, he even did the whole Stardust thing, so he made reference to Stardust. AJ said that he never had the chance to come to WWE because WWE didn't want him. And when they finally got him, they didn't know what to do with him, i.e. Vince McMahon having him lose to Chris Jericho at WrestleMania. That was stupid. But he's basically playing the card like Cody is the golden boy. Cody is the one that everybody wants, and the grizzled old vet is going to have to put him out of his misery. That's kind of where they're playing this. They go to do the Too Sweet, and then AJ Styles slaps the shit out of him at the end. It was great. Just walk out. No real physicality. The only thing about Cody, he's going to have to stop letting these guys slap him and get away with it. But I get it. Hey, just get it in the ring tomorrow night. There's no need to ruin your suit. You know, no harm, no foul. And my number one takeaway from tonight's episode of Friday Night Smackdown is, oh my goodness, the Lyon, France crowd. Listen, this crowd was phenomenal. Listen, I've been to plenty of wrestling shows. I have been to a ton of wrestling shows in my life. And I can't understand for the life of me how someone can pay to go to a wrestling show and just sit there on their hands. I would love to go to one of these international shows to be in the midst of these people that don't get shows regularly. I guess that's why, you know, we take for granted things that we get all the time over here, but these guys don't get to see the WWE live. So when they do get to see them live, they are going to show out. This crowd was loud for everything. There's a video going around of them doing the yeet with Jey Uso. Just a tremendous visual. I mean, Naomi was getting standing ovations. They were doing the hey Bailey, ooh, I want to know. My throat voice a little sore right now. Would you be my girl? Like, it was awesome, man. Like, that's what makes wrestling fun. And it's ironic that this is a Backlash. Who remembers last year's Backlash? No build. That show had no business being as good as it was. That crowd made that show 100 times better than it was. That crowd was insane to where I was just like, you know what? They need to have every PLE in Puerto Rico because there's no way those wrestlers had to feel so good performing in front of that crowd. And it was the same way tonight. I mean, this crowd was doing all their chants and they were chanting their stuff after the 2 count. But you could tell, unlike a U.S. crowd that just loves to chant shit just to try to throw people off, they were doing it as a show of respect. It's crazy. It's funny how that goes. They were like literally just doing it as a term of endearment to the wrestlers, man. They just love professional wrestling. And that's what I tell everybody. For all the critics, all the naysayers, all the people that say, hey, why do you still watch wrestling? Because I can, because I want to, because I love it. I've been watching wrestling for almost 40 years of my life. Wrestling is great. I love it. My family loves it. So it is what it is. To that Lyon, France crowd, take a bow. You are my number one. You are in my number one spot for my number one takeaway from tonight's episode of Friday Night Smackdown. I cannot wait to see how they react tomorrow to the actual PLE. That crowd is going to be insane. I saw Triple H tweeted somebody must have had a decibel reader and it was saying that the levels of sound in there were hitting like danger levels. Like it was so loud in there. I mean, hey, when you go to wrestling shows, why spend all this money and not enjoy yourself? I never know for the life of me. But nevertheless, those are my 5 takeaways from tonight's episode of Friday Night Smackdown. Station note, tomorrow for the main event, I will be doing a live watch along for Cody versus AJ. So if you like that type of stuff, tune into the channel. Those of you who are watching, shout out to you. Please hit the like button on your way in and on your way out. Share out the video. I don't go live. This is my first time going live for a 5 count. I may start doing it more often on Fridays because it's earlier. On the Monday night show, I absolutely can't do it because it's a nightmare trying to do that show so late. But hey, if this works out, then I'll go live for more of them. I'll do more lives for my list that I do. But check out the channel. Welcome to the Straight Talk Society. With all that being said, until tomorrow for the live watch along, peace.